Because when they are going to be queried, people will query them that, look, you promised us A, B, C, D. You are not able to perform. And besides, even at a particular point in time, your minister were not able to attend meetings with the vice president, which is trying to midwife some of the actions of the president. So everything, the box stop with the conglomerate of both the party, the president and all, because all of them belong to the same political party.
Well, let us talk about, states and the bailout funds very quickly. You've seen how in the last couple of should we say years now, shortly after the president took over office, one of the things he did was provide immediate bailouts to the states because a lot of them were in dire straits at that time.
That's true.
Barely able to pay salaries. There was the batch one of the bailout funds, and then subsequently another batch of funds was made available again. But still, we hear that quite a number of states are owing salaries.
It's treasonable. Believe me, it's treasonable because the first action of governance is actually the people in which you govern. What is their welfare? What is their state? And if the basic needs, their basic needs is being denied, honestly, it's treasonable. Because you are putting them in a very difficult position. And after all, Mr. President and the cabinet have decided and giving you first money, second one again at the same time, and yet the people are still crying. Honestly, it's not fair. Anybody that denies these people their own salary, honestly, he needs to check himself. The basic fundamental of survival for every Nigerian, which is captured in Chapter 2 of the Constitution, is the welfare, security, and life and property of every Nigerian. And then where we have money, that's why I find it difficult to understand. Today, you will hear all kinds of money. The budget from 2015 to 2016 and 2017 continue to increase. I can't remember any time in which where the budget of the Federal Republic of Nigeria reduces. But the salary of every Nigerian, especially those in the civil service and all, has never, it's only one or twice that it has moved. The salary that they earn is not even commensurate to what they are spending. And yet you expect both you, the civil servant, and the people in governance will go to the same market to buy the same bottle of Ororo and Gari and the rest of them. That is unfair. And really, it's interesting to know that most of us as politicians, except for some of us who, thank God, maybe your head is on your neck, you will go campaigning to the people. You will wear all their different regalias in the different parts of the country. You wear Efik, you wear Yoruba, you wear just to get the people's attention. The moment you get into the office, the same people you are trying to reach out to become the people that you put security around you so that they cannot touch you. That is morally unacceptable. Because when you are doing it, you are the one reaching out to them, dressed up in their own. I can't remember if a majority of the people, after they have been elected, how many times have they gone back to their constituency and look at the state of their people, the people that voted for them. That's supposed to be the fourth point of call. When you get power, you go back to them. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my people, thank you very much for voting me. What are your problems? Let's look at it if it's possible for us to solve them. Big question
now. Look, the House of Representatives say that they are investigating this particular scenario. Are you positive that something will come out of it?
Well, the House of Representatives said they are looking. We'll wait and see what they looked at. Because the truth about this is that a lot of people think about the Federal House of Representatives as probably anti-government. They are not allowing the government to achieve what it set out to do. But then that means that there's no much cohesion between both the Federal House of Representatives and the Senate with regard to the executive. That is so worrisome. But then we expect that just like I said earlier on, that they should put the people first. Whatever they do, history will judge them. And if they do the right thing, Nigerians will be happier. They will be happy because nobody will be queuing in front of their house looking for food to eat. So whatever they are looking into, they should look at it with just one focus: the unity and the interests of the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is just my take.
Now, very quickly as well, just 2 days ago, we understand that the court granted bail to the self-styled leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, and some papers had very interesting captions for it. They said it was ironclad bail conditions. We also heard, some groups also coming out to say that they think that he should be released unconditionally. What did you make of the bail terms?
No, really, right from the beginning when this whole problem started, I think it was just a room was being created and giving room for an individual to really carry out a struggle that ordinarily would have been checkmated, doing the right thing for the people. I give an example. Even before the agitation started, people have been talking about the way in which appointments are being made. I was happy that they released him, very happy, because there are democratic methods in which certain issues of this nature could have been dealt with in a democratic setting. That was not done. If you try to be iron-fisted in trying to solve a problem, it will become a cankerworm, a big problem for you to deal with. Now, if you look at it, if at the earlier point in time, the government have done what it ought to do for the people, taking samples from every part of this country, not giving the perception that so people did not vote for me, and so therefore they may not be in government with me. Do you understand what I'm saying? It wouldn't have sent that particular wrong signal. But now here we are. I have always been asking that every part of this country, and I'm fortunate to have been with Mr. President at a point in time when he took over, when he won elections. And I frontally told Mr. President, sir, this is a golden opportunity. Take this opportunity, appoint people from all across Nigeria. It will strengthen your government. And I still maintain it. So, and those are the things that give room for all of this particular agitation. Now that it is done, it's not too late. Mr. President and all other people who believe in this government should be able to advise accordingly that every Nigerian that is feel hurting, pain, let us listen to him.
But he's not been released. I mean, he still has to satisfy his bail conditions before he's eventually released.
Somebody tweeted that those particular conditions too, he said they were easy. But I saw them as very hard, really.
For instance, he can't be in a gathering of more than 10 people.
10 people. Well, maybe
is that feasible?
In this situation, believe me, it's not. Because people will come welcoming him. And there will be more than, because even in the court where he is, you see a lot of Nigerians coming to the court. So it just can't be possible. So they shouldn't create things that will become a problem for them later on. They should give conditions for bail and deal with the issue. The most important thing for me is that the issues that are being raised for agitation should be the main core of issues that they should address. When you look at them, you may not be able to satisfy all, but there's some certain, minimum level of what we can deal with, so that the people will feel comfortable, they will feel all-inclusive in governance. For a long period of time, the people from the Southeast feel as if they are still being punished for the Biafran War. And everything that they do. Yes, some will say that, yes, during the Jonathan era, Pius Ayum was the senator, was the secretary to the federal government. Right, he was. But then, if he didn't perform, it is not the problem of the government. It was him. If people are accusing that, someone say that he didn't perform. But the fact is this. As long as he is there, representing the side of his own people, yes, I agree. We don't need to be talking about ethnicity and all. But that is not the true situation. I'm a realist. This is a situation in this country. So
I'm going to quickly ask you last words just before we go. You saw what happened on the floor of the Senate yesterday. The Senate asking us to blame the police if, if the budget is not passed on time because they have taken away documents. What did you make of that allegation from the Senate to the police?
The thing is that when you talk about files being taken, yes, the Senate has already issued their grinding already. And then they must have an opportunity to deal with a matter, because this situation has presented itself for them to lean on it, that it is the police and all. But the truth is that why would the police take documents that doesn't have to do with the investigation that they're carrying out? If there are documents that belong to the National Assembly and is an urgent matter, it doesn't take how many minutes. You should look at dust their files and return it back to the Senate and continue with their investigation where the relevant documents that they have. So they didn't need to waste time. We don't have time to waste. Nigerians are waiting to be comfortable. They have every right to be comfortable. And you keep on denying them all of this comfortability with a mix of plenty. It's a big problem for any government.
Well, Mr. Yinusa Tanko, I have to thank you very much for coming on Sunrise Daily.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, he is the national chairman of the National Conscience Party. Sunrise Daily will take a break now. We'll be back shortly. Do join us again.